And it began in an autumn day, right here in the OAK, California dreaming in the Golden State, Alameda County right here by the bay.
Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. That's right. Representing super in the block, and Mr. Manuel Track Joe is here. With that show with Nanny Pitty from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas to Mexico City. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Raider Nation. Raider Nation. For life. And I'm a spicy girl in the mother moon.
And it began on an autumn day, right here in the OAK, Alameda County right here by the bay, California dreaming in the Golden State. And you can find me in that east side, representing that east side. No matter what, we rep that shit.
What is up, Raider Nation?
What is good?
I'm Spicy Raider Girl here with Mother Moon, and
Cheers,
it is
all.
Ladies' Night. Welcome to For Life, our Raiderettes Roundtable, our new show with an all-female cast.
Yes, love it.
We heard you were asking. Well, you know, we don't know that you're asking, but I think
But
I
you
heard
got
you were
it.
asking, so we're going to give it to you.
Here we
Whether
are.
you're asking or not.
I gotta say, our intro song, that gives me a little beat. I hope you enjoy it as much as I do every time it's played.
I do too.
It is
I do too. That's from Mr.
everything.
Matter of Fact, of course,
Tell
as
it,
you
tell
heard.
it.
Facebook viewers, if you're over on Facebook, come over to YouTube to join the conversation. Join the conversation. We're going to be answering questions tonight. We have a very special guest, a Raiderette. So
Ooh.
ask her a bunch of questions as well. Leave your questions in the comments for her really anytime. And then we'll make sure that she sees them when she is on. So wait for that. That's exciting.
Yes.
Mother Moon?
Oh, okay. Oh, I'm so sorry. It is exciting, but let's give some love out to the chat line. We have our.
Well, before we get
okay.
there, you gotta tell everyone the rules, right? We gotta tell everyone the rules.
Oh, I gotta tell you the rules. Well, my rules is that we have the drinking game, we have the twerk and or toke. And what is that drinking game alert? That I'm
so
sorry.
light that torch
There
by
it
hitting that
is.
like button, subscribe, become a member, and share. Of
Tell me
course,
like
we're
it
going to be talking a lot about this guy tonight. So the drinking game alert is car. Every time we
Did I
say
miss that
car, make
memo?
sure you take a drink. Join in, and we are now going to bring in the rest of the cast.
Let's bring it in.
What's good, Lady T?
What's up, y'all? What's up, Raider Nation? How you guys doing?
We good. And we got B. What's good, B?
What's up?
And
How are you?
last but not least, Raider Rosie in the house. What's good, girl?
Just wave it out there, Raider Rosie. She is all the way from Florida today.
Live and direct from Florida. Robert Pena in the place to be. Johnny, a Black Diamond member. Thank you so much. He actually helped us design the Black Diamond patches that will be going out to all the Black Diamond members. And speaking of patches, we got our new For Life, our
Yay!
patches.
they're
I'm
beautiful.
already wearing one of mine.
So excited for
as
those.
well.
If you're already a member, DM Spicy Raider Girl on Facebook if you have Facebook, or For Life or Raider Story on Instagram, and we still DM me your address so I can send this to you. And if you become a member, you will get one as well. Just hit that join button. You can become a member for as little as $2.99. That's a bargain. Look, you get all 5 of us for $2.99.
At least say $3.
I know, right? Well, you can. Yeah, that's just the bottom level. I mean, you can get the Black Diamond
Starting
one.
at-
Kick us $19.99. You know what I'm saying? What's good, everyone on Instagram? I'm gonna cut you off now. Head over to YouTube and enjoy the show. All right.
Okay.
Mother Moon, continue to shout out the chat.
I
please.
sure will. And already, like you said, there's a lot of people here. And of course, we have one of all times, Raider Travis. He is always there in support, along with Robert Pena. Good guys. And Squid, these are our regular fellas. So, the love from the brothers. Thank you so much. Who is Cisco? There's another one that's always there for us. We have King Goon. He says, I ain't never get my Raider travel. Oh, towel.
Towel.
Oh, sorry. As you see, I'm backing up trying to read the screen.
Oh, did we owe you a towel? Did you
Hey.
send us your address? I know
We have it.
I know we definitely owe people different things, but I don't recall getting addresses. If I get addresses, I send them.
It's out. So, King, please get us that address this evening. It will go out tomorrow. And that's a fact. And Terrence, he's always here. You're new to me. I haven't met you in person. I would say new now, a few weeks. You're here on a regular, so appreciate you. Thank you for spending your evening with us. And there is Anthony Estrada. Salute.
All right, let's get into some Raiders football talk. What do you say, ladies?
Let's do it.
Do it.
Yeah, let's go.
All right, what should we talk about here? B, you got something you want to talk about?
B has a little bit of juice, I think.
Do I? Oh, and you mean Curry, my man? McDonald showed him the video. I mean,
I'm gonna let you talk about him since he's your man.
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's a good person to look out. If you look at Curry's work ethic, it's not just on the season, it's off the season. I mean, it's already training. I follow his trainer, so to show Carr a video of his workouts, his work ethic, it's no surprise to me. So it's always good to look after people, especially champs, to lead the way. So
yeah.
So if you didn't see the article, this article is from Bleacher Report.
Yeah.
Josh McDaniels, I guess he sat down Derek Carr and had him watch video of B's man
Curry.
there. I'll let her say his name.
Curry. Chef Curry.
There you go. And I guess the video, he was saying something like look at his patience, he double pumps or something like that, and he waits for it. So I think the point was he was trying to get DC to let the play develop, right? If it's not there the first time, be patient, wait for wait for something to happen.
Around,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I think we say during the season. Of course, we're yelling, he's open, throw it down, and then, he's pumping and maybe he's afraid that he's going to get hit. So maybe he should look at the film where Curry flops all the time. And so he won't get hurt.
Oh.
Wait, let's get to the video.
Who has the ring?
Oh, she trash talking Derek Carr. She said, "Who has the ring?" And if you did just join us, just know the drinking game is Carr.
Oh, that's right.
I'm gonna tell him you said that, B.
You tell him.
B
Well,
said,
maybe it'll motivate him.
You ain't got no
Maybe
ring.
it'll motivate him.
I like that.
Carr.
Tough love.
Carr.
You don't have a ring. Okay, I like it.
That's all right. It's our year. It's our year. It's our year. We got this.
Now you're predicting Super Bowl win, Lady T.
If we don't make it this year, we're making it next year, definitely. But I think this is the year that they're testing Carr. If he doesn't make it going into his ninth season, I don't know if he's gonna make it past this round.
I'm gonna.
Yeah,
be
let's
nice
go. Talk the playoffs into
B's favorite here, and let all the flopping go, because I actually don't think he flops.
Who doesn't flop?
I think Carr's
Okay.
I think he
About
falls.
Curry? I was just wondering how your Lakers did.
Oh,
We're not talking Lakers.
Oh,
Yeah.
she's coming loaded
it's
tonight.
the nation.
Nobody's
What
safe.
Lakers did.
Nobody's safe.
We could all agree on the Raiders, but after
I don't know. I
that,
think Carr's.
we enemies.
I don't know. I'm Oakland everything. Or
But whatever it
Oakland
takes, you're right.
everything.
If it takes Carr to see some other people's mentality, how they work, their ethics.
Like Mamba mentality.
Yeah, I like mob
Yeah.
mentality. I mean, whatever it takes, right? Sometimes you may take
For
just
sure.
a little bit from Curry and say, "Oh, that's right. He waited a half a second before he shot. Maybe I need to just, pivot, move, or whatever it is." If the coach thinks our quarterback can benefit from it, hey, show him anybody you want,
What did you want? Yeah.
right?
Agree.
Show him some Rodman. I don't care.
Well, then what hat are
someone
you
said-
wearing? You didn't fill my hat, did you?
Someone said, I hear Carr and don't see no drinking.
Oh my gosh, totally forgot.
you're right.
Yeah.
Oh.
Let's go,
I'm the
ladies.
one drinking.
Salud.
Thanks for looking out, whoever said that.
Probably Travis.
Keep us.
Travis.
Probably. Oh yeah,
Yeah.
you're right.
Was it?
It was Travis. I hear Car drinking, twerking,
It's working.
or
It's
toking.
working.
He is correct.
I think
Our
we
bad.
do have a toker in the house here. I don't think she's ready yet, but she'll start toking as soon as I don't want to call her out, but there is
Well,
somebody who tokes.
Oh man,
Not
we're gonna
me.
talk a lot about
Where's
Derek
the
Carr
twerker?
later. We have a couple segments coming up that I think we're gonna talk about him. So right now, let's talk about the controversial comment that was made
Tell me.
and then cleared up by Adams this week. He said something to the effect of there's going to be a change no matter if you go from one Hall of Fame quarterback to another. And then people questioned, if Derek Carr is a Hall of Fame quarterback or not, and comparing him to Rodgers. And then he kind of circled back and he clarified a little bit. He said, well, actually what I meant was, although I'm not retracting my statement, what I meant was it's going to be tough or hard to transition from quarterback to quarterback, even if it's from one Hall of Famer to the other. B, what do you think of that? What do you make of those comments?
I think the first part is true. I think Carr still has to prove that part. I think he has the potential, but to be a Hall of Famer right now, no. So, I think he just has his back. It's his best friend, and he's really trying to hype him up, and I'm all for it. But I don't think he's yet a Hall of Famer.
All right. Lady T, what do you think?
I think after this year, I think he could do it. He made 4,804 yards last year. With the right weapons in place, he might take it all the way this year. I'm just saying, you give him the right tools, you can get the job done.
The right tool. He got the right tools now, Raider Rosie.
Florida.
You on mute, girl. You on mute. You still on mute. All right. Well, we'll get back to your thoughts on those remarks soon. Mother Moon, you have any thoughts on that?
Yeah, what I meant to say, that's my go-to when I say something wrong. I was like, what I meant to say. But I think Carr is fame worthy, but maybe like I said, not now, and we'll just have to wait till after the season. I think this season's going to be it overall. Overall, our entire team is going to do great, and maybe Carr will go in at this point. That's my thing. But there it is. I'm trying to get a hold of Raider Rosie. Sorry. But yeah.
All right. Well, looks like practice is looking good, but the surprise, I think,
you're trying to get a hold of me.
I think the surprise to everyone is the good retirement announcement. I don't think anyone saw that coming. What do you think of that, Raider? Why do you keep putting yourself on mute, girl? Take yourself off mute because we're gonna be talking a lot. Lady T, did you hear about this retirement?
I did. And I think they have Dylan Farron maybe might be up for the new right guard position. I don't know. Losing Good. That makes me nervous. Our O-line is already a struggle, so it's like we have a lot of weapons, but our O-line has always been kind of our downfall. If we can get our O-line up and running and, Farron can fill the position of Good, we might be able to get to that red zone, They want to see you ladies drunk tonight. Look at that.
Right? They are keeping us in check here.
I think he retired because he got a pay cut.
See that, Lady T? They're serious about this game.
I know it's all. I hear car. There you go.
It only counts for one.
Take it easy, B.
No.
All right, car.
All right, I'm gonna put you both on mute.
Okay, let's hear from Raider Rosie.
God.
I think she's up and running.
Raider
now.
Rosie, give us your 2 cents on any of the stuff that we didn't hear you say before.
In front of you guys.
You're on, love. Go ahead.
Okay, let's go back to Derek Carr. Drink.
You want to drink?
Say DC. We got it. We got it.
Did you catch that? Anyway.
All right, come on. Whose turn? Tell me.
Okay. So on the matter of a Hall of Fame path, I think he has a lot more work to put in. He has some wins that we need. We need some playoff wins. We need some Super Bowl wins. But I think right now he's on the right path. He has a great team. He has a great coaching team. And I think that if he stays on this path, we can talk about it in a couple more years.
All right, fair enough. Couple more years. We need a playoff win for sure.
Yeah.
For sure.
Yeah.
Travis, thank you so much, Raider
Yes,
Travis.
ma'am.
Optimistic,
Thank you.
17-0, realist, 14-3 AFC champs. Carr is my quarterback. Trust in Carr. Hashtag. All right. Y'all crazy tonight.
Is this would be like, what would Carr do? Type trusting Carr? No, doesn't work that way.
I trust in Carr. That's my QB.
Oh, shoot.
All right, y'all need to chill on that.
Hashtag that.
Hey.
Anything else on Denzel?
We appreciate you, Vic, bad guy. I think we're gonna have these guys on the show on Sunday. We don't know what time yet, but look out for that. They wanted to come on. They're always a good time. Friend of the show, supporter of the show.
Yes. Right.
We've had their music featured several times, broadcasted live from the ATL. So
That
look
was a
out for that
blast.
this Sunday. I think it's this Sunday, right? Is that the? Oh,
Nice.
I don't know if I'm wrong. I'll correct it. Tell me, Vic. Let me know. Thor says,
Dirty.
"Great statement, Rosie." He talking about Derek Carr. I think he wants you to.
Right on, Thor.
Dirty, what's good? If you haven't subscribed to his channel, make sure to subscribe to his channel as well. And he's a friend of the show.
Dirty little cool cat.
Often-
I gotta say, he a little cool cat.
He a cool cat for
He just be-
sure. Often on the late night
He likes
show with
picking on
Mighty
people,
Thor,
though.
Quiet Q on Tuesdays. Make sure to check that out as well. All right.
Okay.
Let's see. I've seen a lot of chatter about Mac Hollins in these, because we kind of circled back here and talking about how practice is looking good. Seems like he's a fan favorite / breakout performance of the training camp. What do you ladies think of that, Lady T?
I think he might be what the O-line needs, you know? I mean, with us, especially losing Gold, I mean, good. I don't know why I keep calling him Gold, sorry. Especially with losing him, he might be the missing puzzle. I don't know. You know, hopefully he gets picked. Let's see.
Let's see. Raider Mosey, she might be frozen over there. B, what do you think? Have you heard anything about Mac?
I don't really have too much to say about it except for what T said, so I haven't researched that part too much.
All right. If Carr wins MVP and Super Bowl in same season, he's guaranteeing Hall of Fame status. Well, I mean, yeah,
That part.
anyone does.
Yeah.
I agree.
I mean, if I did
I
that too.
agree.
So I heard Holland say on his interview, he came and said, I said black and silver. Y'all should have called me out. It's silver and black. And we've been saying that for how long? We've been saying that. We're like, fine. So that might help him stay. Knowing
He's
the
learning.
colors, right?
That's what he learned in
That's
training
what he
camp.
learned.
I think
That's what he
learned. So many newbie fans need to go through that sort of training camp
Silver and
themselves.
black.
We should host like the For Life Our Raider Story newbie fans training camp and let them know those things.
Yeah,
Maybe we
it's
actually
hysterical.
should do that. Did we just come up with a show? The
The 101s.
off-season training
A
camp,
101.
101.
Raiders 101.
If
Yeah.
you need to be schooled, then come into training
Oh my
camp.
God,
Call it
there's a
training
list.
camp, so nobody's offended.
No
There's
one
a
in
list.
offended when we tell you it's
'Cause
silver and black.
everyone goes to training camp, even the players, so you can't be offended.
Even the big
Yeah.
Yeah, let's do that.
Matt says Mac Hollins knows the system from NE, might be second or third. All right, yeah. I haven't seen any footage from training camp. I'll be honest with you, so I don't know how he looks. I don't know. I haven't really seen how anyone looks, but it sounds like it's going
I
well.
think he's
Lady T,
playing-
you saw some of it, right?
Yeah, he's played other positions too, so he can, we can use him in different aspects of the offense. So, I mean, the more knowledge he has, the more experience he has in different positions, I think the more of a weapon he is. Again, going back to that offense, we just need that offense to be on point this year. If our offense is doing their job, I mean, it kind of controls the game, right? That's what we need. So.
All
I
right.
don't know.
Let's go to some of the comments here.
Don't read them. Don't read
I
them.
know they all say one particular name.
Yeah.
I heard a quarterback
I just
on
see the
Raiders
C word.
made
I
some
just see the C
changes.
word.
He was really
Yeah, I only see DC. DC.
two-step
Like,
drop. Two-step drop. Okay, that could be like the name of our the twerk. The
The twerk.
two-step drop.
Hey.
Wait, you're the twerk queen. We need you to be the twerk queen. The rest of us drink. Rose
I have to
smokes,
learn how
you're
to
the
do
twerk
it
queen.
first.
There's lots of YouTube videos on it.
Yeah.
Oh,
here we
trust
go.
me. We've said this before. I've had professional dancers try to teach me how to do it. It's laughable.
That's funny.
It's not funny. It's kind of sad.
Oh my god!
Yeah.
Oh no! I just got a notification that a quarterback of the Raiders got traded. Ha ha ha! I'm just trolling. Just hoist up those glasses. Like this show just turned into a complete dream. Like, listen, we won't even talk.
Yeah, let's just drink. Fuck it.
We just need a drink. By the way, if you just want to see us drink and smoke, join us for the ladies' late night show on Wednesday.
Oh yeah, how did that go?
What day is that?
It was a complete hot mess.
It was a mess.
And the hot part is totally subjective.
It was a mess. We were at the Gaslight, some random little hole in the wall dive bar, which are the best. But this one, it was a red light. It was a
Oh,
mess.
say no more.
I don't know that.
Say no more.
Red
But
light,
yeah,
red
the
light.
drinks were
Show
good.
crasher that let me in his blazer, so I did a wardrobe change in the middle. Yeah,
Good
there was some
times.
shenanigans going
It
on.
was- yeah. I'm sure you ladies would get to it and watch it and like it and and do how
sounds
we
fun.
do.
Energy says you all keep talking about our offense. How many times have we had a top 10 offense, but our D almost finished last? Our D needs to be on point too. Well, that's for sure.
yeah.
Defense
That's a
wins
good
games.
point. Yeah.
Defense,
Yep, it sure does.
wins games.
I'm
But
getting
I
tingles
think
here.
I think the point is like the offensive line is the weaker of the two,
Yeah.
Yeah.
and maybe
Yeah, I
a little
agree.
more weaker now with this new good announcement.
Is somebody vacuuming, ladies? What is that noise? What do you call
Definitely not
multitasking here?
Definitely not vacuuming.
Terrence says red, light, hot, and
That is
messy.
not
Lord
me.
have mercy.
Did I say that?
Named it that.
Oh my gosh! Please go watch it. We're like, what the hell? Drink.
If you have any questions for just a Raiderette in general, start leaving your questions in the comments because B is going to be on with a former Raiderette very soon here. So make sure if you have any questions for Raiderettes, and of course you can ask while she's on as well because once she starts being interviewed, you'll have more questions. But if you had any questions in general and you want to start dropping them now, please do.
Can we get a little teaser who it may be?
Hey, thanks for this super chat. Haven't seen you in here for a while, buddy. We miss you. A long
Jason
time
Hunter.
follower and friend of the show. We appreciate you. We got to have you back
Yeah.
on sometime.
No,
Definitely.
very knowledgeable guy.
Yep,
Love
yep.
it. Love it.
So do you want to tease who
Jason.
it is?
Yeah,
I'll let
tell me a
B
little
do
bit.
that.
Oh,
We'll give it. Let's see.
tell me.
Let's see. And I'll let her do it. It's her guess. It's
Go
her guess.
on, B. Tease me.
Tease? What are we teasing? So she was a Raiderette. I went to high school with her. I graduated with her. She was a Raiderette in 2002 to 2005. So, and she, back then we didn't have social media like we do now. But, I just remember always talking about how much she loves the organization. And to this day, like she just calls them family. Like she has nothing but good things to say about the whole organization. And she will go into that. So I can't wait to hear about it.
Yay. Is she a Bay girl?
She is East Bay.
Okay, there it is.
Pretty much, yeah.
Oh, that's just right down. Oh, that's down. Well, without telling you where we all live, but yeah, that's
That's
just right
been in
down the
between
road.
us.
Too late.
East Bay, yes.
Not far. I know. So when is she coming on? Let's see.
Yep, in about 7
7
minutes here.
minutes.
She'll
Yep.
be on in 7 minutes. In the meantime, let's go
Let's
through
go.
some more of these chats here. Or if there's anything else you want to talk about regarding training camp, Derek Carr, or anybody else.
Let's talk about real quick Devontae Adams. Oh wait, which one? No, which one? Who am I talking about?
Or what I was
What
trying to
is this?
say.
What I was trying. Exactly. Thank you. Who said that? I'm not watching. I'm over here flicking on everything else. Okay. I'm looking at. Never mind. Drink car.
Okay, another moon is cut off from the drinking game.
I'm over here trying to.
What do you guys
She keeps saying it.
I'm saying
you
it, but I'm like,
drink.
Lord have mercy. Okay. Here we
Good
go.
point here from Raider Travis. A quarterback is only as good as his team. Our O-line is our weakest link right now, in my opinion. I think
Yes. I agree. That's why I keep bringing up
I
the
think that's
offense.
true.
I know defense controls the game, but
Y'all gonna end up like my boy Dirty here, quick with all the car talk, drunk.
And more drunk.
Oh, we got dirty drunk one night he was on our show like I think the week
Here's
before
the
last, and I made the drinking game dirty. He was faded.
Didn't he like fall off the chair or something?
I think he did. Not on this show, on his own. His show was like after ours. So I think he went on his show. They went on super late, so I'm gonna have to circle back and see that because I missed that part.
Ooh.
Oh, we have some Raiderette questions coming in now, so we'll have to
wonderful.
write these down, in case they get lost in the shuffle. What is her favorite memory of L? That's a good one.
Oh, that is a good one. Is it supposed to have L of all? Probably L.
Of all or of L?
Yeah, let us know.
What is the Raider? Well, he said it twice, so I'm thinking it's L.
Oh, we got a new member.
New member, Raider
Speedy.
Wait, were you already a new member last time?
Yeah.
Well, thanks again.
Well, I was just going to say thank you.
If
Raider
you're
Good
already,
seeing you,
thank
Speedy,
again.
on Saturday.
And you have a patch coming to you, just like all of the members. If you sign up to be a member today, well, anytime really, we're gonna send you this patch. DM Spicy Raider Girl on Facebook or For Life Our Raider Story on Instagram, and we'll send you our new For Life Our Raiderettes Roundtable patch.
It looks really good on black.
Sporting here today.
Yeah, I like it.
Yeah.
Well, I'm gonna have to come and see you this weekend.
So if you look at it closer, there's us, Raiderettes in the back with pom poms. It's super cute.
They're cheerleaders, yes.
Oh, well, they are cheerleaders.
No, I mean the graphic.
Oh,
you
yeah.
can tell.
Well, I say it's me.
That is you.
It's
us.
me.
There's actually is because there's 6 of them, one for each of us. Hold on. Dirty. In my defense, I drank 750 milliliter bottle of Henny by myself.
He's all exact.
I know.
To be exact.
You know, I can't even drink 2 shots. That's it.
Oh my god.
I can't drink that. I know. Isn't that the one that Melissa always tries to
Yes.
and does?
It's the reason why I love Hennessy now.
Okay.
Oh.
Anyway, love you, Auntie. Love you, cuz. Keep up the great work in this awesome show. Thank you so much, and happy
Oyster
birthday! Happy
sucker.
belated birthday! I have a good excuse of why I did not reach out, but I've been thinking of you.
Yes,
love you
absolutely.
Too. We love you too.
Love you, Oyster. That's my nephew.
Yep.
Good people. So you say, Auntie.
All right, Jason Hunter here,
you
Demon
say?
King. Gotta add that one to my jersey like the other one. We'd appreciate you.
You got it.
Know it. Gotta represent the ladies.
You know what? That's fantastic. And all these guys that are on here, they've been with us. Well, not all of them, but a lot of you have been here with us from the beginning, and positive love throughout. So that's what we really hear about. We want to let you know that we do know what we're talking about, right? We kid around, we have fun, but it's nice to have all the ladies together and have our brothers support us. So thank you.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
You just became a
Remember.
member. We appreciate you. And again, we
Yes.
got to have you on the show. If you
Right.
want to come back, you're welcome anytime, my friend.
Oh, look at that last comment. Look at that
Tell
last
me.
comment, Spicy.
Oh, what's it say here? What's it say?
What's our quarterback's name? I
No, his
forgot.
initials.
Okay, Anthony, I'm gonna have to have you like Bevmo me. So I'm like literally like
Dry over
Yeah.
here.
Yeah.
My
I'm
glass is
gonna
empty.
I'm gonna have to get Instacart over here, Bevmo me something.
Oh, shit, that'd be trouble.
Well, good thing B segment's coming on in 2 minutes with the former Raiderette. So we'll have a little break. We'll get to go get a little refill here.
Refill.
Ah, look at Dirty got a bottle for you, B.
Hey.
Oh, yes.
Oh wait, just for her? Never mind.
I
Take my
know.
A back.
Don't like Henny.
Oh, because you like
So what
Henny,
are we
that's
thinking
why.
about
I
patches?
like Casamigos, like
Are we talking about food and drinking?
no, yeah. Now we're hey, this is the Tailgater Raider YouTube. Like we
This
can,
is
we
true.
can totally talk about drinking. It's
But you
okay.
never know like what drink might show up if you say what you like.
This is true.
You know, someone bring you something.
Listen.
Something-
I'm not gonna
something
say,
cold.
I would almost turn, especially at a tailgate. I almost never turn down a drink. So there's
Right.
that. Digital Prez, what's up? Thanks for being in here. Thor getting in on the action too. He joining the party. Car. Drink, drunk.
Thor's had me drinking since 11.
Oh, girl.
What's up, Thor?
That was me yesterday.
Yesterday? Oh, yeah.
It was. Yep. It was 11 o'clock. I waited till 11:30. But we are going to
How
have
many
our
of you were at
Raiderette
the-
here. I think hopefully coming soon.
Yeah.
You got her coming in, B.
Yes.
All right, Lady T, what you got to say? Anything? about the
I'll say it when we
Raiders?
get back. I was gonna talk about this past weekend, but let's get back to that after the Raiderettes get on.
All
I was
right.
gonna
Well,
say,
they're
how many
not on
people on
yet.
the
So,
chat line? Okay, well, how many people in the chat line were at the explosion this weekend?
how many people on the chat line went to the explosion this weekend? Is the question. Lady T was out there.
Hot GD.
How was it?
Hot. I heard. I
Hot.
wasn't there, but what
It
I heard
so
was
hot. It was so hot.
I hear some good battles in camp at
Okay.
O-line. Our O-line coach is the best in the league. He will have the best men for the job. We hope so. Carr needs some time. He needs some time to develop those plays. So hopefully.
what he
I
needs
think-
time. I don't know about that. I mean, that's
I think we're ready. I think they already have a vibe out there. I think we're starting off on a good foot over here. I'm ready. I can't wait for football season to start.
I agree. I want, like I said from the beginning, last year I was like, oh, I don't know what they're going to do. Maybe not win all the games. I was really disappointed. But this season, I am so geared up. With all the new guys, I wish I could go to training camp. That's a bummer. That was really nice when they
Yeah.
held it in Napa. But I need to see some footage.
Well, when we were in Napa, I was actually sitting
Yeah.
next to Carr's wife and Murray's wife back in the day. So I was good friends with Sean Smith's brother. So he brought me in with all the family, and I got to hang out with Carr's wife. It was pretty cool.
Oh, you fancy.
Yeah.
You got to get her on the show here.
Well, we didn't make friends like that, but
Oh, you failed. No, I'm kidding.
I got my personal picture with Carr. So
Oh, hey. All right. Well, we have our Raiderette backstage now, so we're going to bring her on with B. And again, if you have questions for her, leave them in the comments. I think she'll be happy to answer all of the questions you have. And yeah, enjoy. This should be fun. Our first Raiderette on our all new Raiderette show. So thank you so much for being the very first one. Before we kick it to her, I just want to say thank you for the new sub. Or excuse me, for the new membership. We appreciate you. And we will be right back with one of our football's fabulous females.
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
Nicole.
Do I look glowy? Like, do I need
You
to put
look-
powder on?
No, you're good. You look beautiful.
Sure. Okay.
So this is Nicole Rodrigues. We went to school together, graduated together, and we went to Fremont, so Irvington High School. And Miss Nicole was a Raiderette from 2002, right, to 2005?
2003 to 2005. Yeah.
So like I was telling them, the one thing I always remember, of course, social media wasn't big back then, so it wasn't like now, but I do remember you always talking about the organization and how much you love to be a Raiderette. Like you literally have never had anything bad to say.
Right.
So I would love for you to just talk about your experience and everything that, you went through.
Yeah. Awesome. So first of all, it's an honor to be here. So thank you. And especially knowing that I'm the first, it warms my heart. So yeah, I mean, being an Oakland Raiderette was actually a big dream of mine from elementary school. So to be able to live that dream out after college was basically everything. So from the preparation going into it, to becoming a Raiderette and having them call my number, to just being embraced by the Raider family and the Raiderettes from day one.
I remember it being such a big thing. Yes.
That embrace has never left. The sisterhood is still very real. These girls are still my friends to this day. Some of the closest friends. When I say sister, it's like blood related. I would do anything for you, sisterhood. And it's just what a blessing. What a blessing it is. Yeah.
Tell them a little bit more what we were talking about earlier about, just everything about the players, the coaches, like how everybody just was so good friends with everybody. Like it wasn't like, oh, you're not allowed to talk to them. You're not allowed to talk to them. Like everybody embraced you, how they treated you for the last game.
Yeah, no, the beauty of this, and not a lot of people know this, but with the Raider organization, they made it very clear that if you are approached by a player or a coach, you're allowed to talk to them. we don't keep you guys separate. We are the Raider family. However, if one of them approaches you for a date, it is up to you, the Raiderette, to go to the front office and ask whether or not they're married, because they won't tell you the truth. So it was up to us to make sure that, like, hey,
So and so
on a date. What's going on with his, relationship status?
Yeah.
And because the guys had to basically come clean, or you're married, people know, right? And so it's like, oh no, girl, he is not available.
He is off limits.
Yeah, but when they were, and believe me, like, the interaction with these guys was genuine. They loved us. And you could tell they're like, what's up, girls? But at the same time, we were like, yo, what's up, guys? Like, go kill it on the field today. Like, we really
You were like the hype man.
Yes.
Hype women.
Whenever we would see each other, it was all love. I remember doing a bunch of like charity events with Jerry Rice, and he'd be like, oh, my girl Nicole's here. And we'd like hold up jerseys, or we'd sign autographs together. And it was all family. It was all love. And so I think that's why there are multiple couples to this day married that were either a player and a Raiderette, or a coach and a Raiderette, or maybe someone from the front office and a Raiderette, still to this day, still married. So shout out to all of them, Skip Pete, Rebecca Pete, shout out to, Nisha and Kenny Shed. Love them. Absolutely.
So someone did ask, I remember you mentioning it, Cisco, will you be here next month for the 60th anniversary?
I will. Oh my gosh, I can't wait. So us girls, we're all like, ooh, girl, where are we staying? Where are we going to get this? And we're ordering our little, like, our Raiderette practice outfits, because we're going to be performing, right? So we have practice that we're prepping for, what days we're going to go get our hair done and wear, because, we got to represent. We got to represent football's finest. Let's just make that clear. But so we're really excited about it, and so many of us from Oakland, LA, you name it. Like, we are
all coming together. Yeah. Talk a little bit about what we were talking about, how down to earth all the girls are, and you believe because it's from where we're from and how we grew up.
Totally. The East Bay love, it shines through, right? So I think that there's just this really beautiful essence of the Bay, especially the East Bay, right? It's like the girls who are like the realest. And we when I joined the team, there was no like, oh, look at the rookie. How are we going to haze? It was like, girl, welcome to the family. Oh, you got to get your hair done here. And we go get our
you brought them right in.
Here, and this is this over here. And let me bring you into this. And it was just immediate. And there was none of this weird, like, oh, you can't sit with us. It was like, welcome to the family.
One big table.
Feel comfortable. And even when we decide to like retire, right? I retired and I started to focus on my PR career because I knew that I needed to do that. It wasn't like, okay, bye, you're not one of us. It was like, oh, girl, we miss you. And we'd show up to games still. So many of us.
Just for the support, right?
And we support. And it's like we never left. It doesn't matter. Once a Raiderette, always a Raiderette. And that holds true.
That's what I wanted you to talk about. Because, everybody talks about, oh, our cheerleaders are the best, this organization. But you literally, like, when you say once a Raiderette, always a Raiderette, like, it couldn't be more true.
Yeah, no, absolutely. And I think that is the spirit of Mr. Davis and kind of how he set it up. Once a Raider, always a Raider. And he moved that essence into the Raiderettes. Once you are one of us, we call our OGs the first Raiderettes ever from like the 60s. So much love. We literally, these are our OGs and we love them and we still spend time with them. So once a Raiderette from day one to now, it's just like once a Raider, always a Raider. There's just that essence with the Raider organization. And rest in peace, Al Davis. But that comes from his soul. That's what he created.
So that brings another question that Raider Squid asked. What is your favorite memory of Al Davis? Or if you have more than one, or any good stories?
Can I tell you it's my favorite only because I messed up so bad. So one thing, I was a Raiderette, but I also did PR for the Raiders for a couple of years. And so when I first joined the Raiders and Raiderettes, I was actually a PR intern. And interns, as you guys know, the Raiders get press every day, 7 days a week. Well, each day, the interns had to physically clip newspapers.
That's what I'm saying. Like back in the day, like there wasn't social media.
No, I was with
I don't even think MySpace was up. That's how far back.
Barely, right? It just started. So I'm cutting these articles for Mr. Davis, and he had a very particular way of how he wanted to read all the press. He wasn't going to read 75 newspapers. He wanted it all in one place. And then it went to all of the executives, all the coaches, everyone got it, but Mr. Davis got his first, and it was the way he wanted to do it. Well, I was so meticulous about like trying to impress Mr. Davis, like, okay, I'm gonna do this right, and I'm gonna cut the corners, and I know he wants it at 8, but I'm gonna get it to him at like maybe 8:15 because I'm just, I gotta redo this one.
Yeah.
So I get it to him at 8:15. And I walk into his office, okay? You feel the presence. I'll tell you right now, if you've ever met Al Davis or you've walked into his office, you feel this man's energy and his presence. There is no man on the planet I've ever met who had a presence like Al Davis. And he didn't have to say anything. He just existed. I was like, bro, you are magical, right? Like he was just like, there was power there. So I walk in and he has his two secretaries who I love to death, Karen, Fudgy, love you ladies. So I walk in and he's standing there almost like he's waiting for his press clips. And I'm like, oh shoot. Like I normally would just drop it off with them and he's standing there like looking for me. Like, I am on a schedule. I usually read my press by this time. And he just looks at me and he's like, you're late.
You're like,
right? Like, I was like, well, yes, sir, Mr. Davis. I was really trying to make sure that, and he was just like, don't let it happen again. And I was like, no,
never
Mr. Davis. Like, yeah. And he was just like, oh, we're going to have to find another PR guy. And he literally said guy, meaning like, listen, right? Like Amy Trask, God bless her. She was, president of the organization at that point. So Mr. Davis was very good at getting female energy in there. But all of the interns, except for maybe a few, were guys. So I was up against guys for this position, like after the internship.
No room for error.
So he basically was like, all right, girl. You want to prove to us that you can get this done? Don't make me bring in another guy. Like, show me you got what. And I was like, I was never late again.
Yep.
Never late again.
Perfect and late. So they were cut perfectly and late.
Like one of my favorite memories, only because at that point I was like, oh, you gotta show up. You got to make it happen. You got to show up early to make sure Mr. Davis gets his things on time, because at the end of the day, the rest of the day is riding on his schedule, right? So, and he did drop an F-bomb. It was like, he said, I was like, oh, but anyway, you hear it in his voice, but I'll never forget that moment.
Oh yeah, that's a good story. Describe like what a typical day was like when you worked there for PR. You described as a Raiderette, but what about as a PR, like actually working there?
Yeah, so I would drive up to the back. So this was in Alameda when we were still in Oakland and the facility was in Alameda. I would drive and park in the back with the rest of the staff. And then I would also walk through the side entrance. There's that very front entrance where most guests will walk in. Well, there was a side door, and there was always one of my bosses, Jerry Knack, smoking a cigarette. He's like, always had like the day, like, oh, here's what happened. Here's what happened.
Spilling you in.
Spilling the tea as he's drinking his coffee and like smoking the cig. And then you walk in the side, and then to my left was my boss, Craig Long, rest in peace, Mike Taylor, and then Zach Emmons at the time. So I just walk in and I just be like, all right, guys, what are we going to do? And this is like bright and early in the morning. Football doesn't sleep, right? During football season and even in the off season, it doesn't sleep. People are always talking about the Raiders. So it's like you get there early, and someone just said if it's due at 8:15, get there at 7:55. Oh, I was getting there at like 7:30. I was like, this is
You're like, there you go.
Get there, like, lesson learned. So getting in there, greeting everyone, and then you walk straight to where the stack of papers from that morning, because the papers are dropped off at 6 a.m. You're going through and you're reading the news, good and bad. What are they saying about the Raiders? Any players get arrested? Anybody you're on top of that news, and you're looking at it like, oh, what do we got to do? And then just really getting that organized so that, bam, that's done. Everyone in the organization gets all of the press for the day, because it's not like email was, we were kind of looking at emails, but it was still hard copy everything. And then from there, you get your assignments. Okay, are we writing something for the game day program? Are we writing something for the website? Are we talking to press about, I don't know, maybe Rich Gannon wants to do a KTVU like TV interview. Okay, are we going to organize that for him and make sure that Rich gets off the practice field in order to do it on time? So we're really each day looking at that day and what players, what coaches, what staff need to talk to press. How am I going to get to the press? A lot of the press actually worked on site in the dungeon, we called it, this dark room where the press were, and we would go and sit and talk to them and be like, what stories do you want to write today? How can we help you get that? And it really helped me with my PR career, really notice that if you work with the press and you talk to them, remember that they're human. Yeah, they do have to write their honest stories, but if you could be a resource to them, you know, it becomes a collaborative effort and not just the press working against you. And that was a really beautiful thing that I think the Raiders set up for press relations. They built a foundation for press relationships.
That's good. Yeah, that's really awesome. So Anthony has a question. What made you become a Raider fan?
So I was a little girl, and of course, living in Fremont. I grew up in Fremont, right, Beck? All right. So the house was naturally split. You're either on the Niners
When
side,
you're from the Bay, it's like
or
half
you're
of
on
it's
the
Niner,
Raiders
half
side.
of it's
And it's
Raider.
like
Yes.
at
You pick
birth,
one.
you need to choose your side. You know, you're 3 years old and you're already like, what side do you want, right? So you have aunts and uncles. My mom was a Niner fan. My grandma was a Niner fan. A couple of my siblings were Niner fans. And then my grandpa, my Auntie Patty, my uncles, Raider fans. And they were just like, there was just something different about that. When the Raiders would come on, they would just be like, oh, all in the silver and the black. And there was this passion. Not that my grandma and my mom didn't have it, but I was like, you walk in the house, you're like, who's a Raider fan? You know, and it's like, you have your gear. And back then it's like, you know, those I don't know, those jackets. It's like the starter jackets.
The old school starter jackets, that you would wear to school, high school. Yeah.
I wanted one so badly that I was like, I am a Raider. So I would say by the time I was old enough to watch football and understand what it was, I was definitely a Raider fan. And at the age of 8 was when I noticed what the Raiderettes were. And I saw at that moment, I was like, that right there, those women who are dancing, they're on the field, they're cheering them on. Their hair looks great. Their makeup looks great. I mean, and this was back when the Raiders were in LA. So, you know, those Raiderettes were on point, right? Shout out to my LA girls. That's just who I looked up to. Like, that was just what I wanted to be. And so it was definitely
good memories.
Yeah.
Can you talk a little bit about the last game in Oakland and how they treated you and what you went through and what they did for you guys?
Yeah, it was
I know it was really sad.
It was like saying goodbye to, like, you know, your childhood home or something like that. Like, countless games at that stadium, and the Raiders wanted to celebrate it with players, with Raiderettes, with everyone in the family. And so what they did for us was obviously let us know this is what's going to happen, and we want all of you to perform on the field together. So as many of us that could, we got for that day, we got like our uniform, we got a shirt, we got treated to, like, the Raiders set up a full-on lunch tent. They had music playing for us. They had existing Raiderettes coming and greeting us. And we were all like embracing each other and crying and all of the things. And they had a bus. So we all stayed at the Hilton, right? Naturally, they're in Oakland, stayed at the Hilton, and just really took in that this was a pivotal moment in Raider history, and they made us a part of it. They celebrated it. And I can't thank the organization enough for just making that final game so
memorable.
I'll never forget it, right? They bussed us all in. There were rounds of buses, and we had our pom-poms. We had everything, and it was just
such an amazing.
I'll never forget it. Yeah, and I'm excited about this first time all of us coming together for our 60th year anniversary, celebrating Raiderettes in Las Vegas. So I think that's going to be great.
Are you guys going to do like a performance?
Yeah, we're going to perform. So we have practice. We'll have a full-on routine, everything, and I'm sure they'll break it up by decade, like they usually do. So each decade will have a piece, and then we'll all come together, which is great. And the date of the performance is, I think it's like August 13th, whatever that Sunday game is, the 13th or 14th. Maybe it's the 14th. Okay. I think practice might be the 13th or something. Yeah, so it's that Sunday. And the Raiders have a bunch of things set up for us for the whole weekend. So Top Golf, I can't tell you what day all the Raiderettes are going to be there, but it's Top Golf night for all the girls.
Everybody showing up on side.
Yeah, it'll be, I know, right, with their signs. So yeah, no, we'll be there, and we're getting geared up now. A lot of us are like, okay, planning our outfits, and like I said, all of those things. But
because you're sisters,
do
you get to keep the uniforms?
Yeah, everything that the Raiders give us at that point, we get to keep. I have my personal Raiderette uniform framed. A good friend of mine who lives in Las Vegas, he frames sports memorabilia, and he said, Nicole, send me your jacket, your uniform, your pom-poms, whatever. And he's like, I would love to do this as a gift to you as a fan. And so I was like, awesome. If I mail this to you, I don't get like it. I'll never have it.
If it's lost. It
was like this trust moment where I was like, you know what? I knew he was such a Raider fan that he just would.
I'm sure it was like a complete honor for him to do that for you.
Totally. And so it hangs in my office now, and it's just one of those things where, like, with complete pride that, like, that was my uniform, and yeah, the Raiders did let us keep it. So yeah, I was line 1, short girls. Yeah, so line 1.
Let's see if we have any other questions. Yeah, I do just remember like it just being such a vivid memory, like, oh, Nicole's a Raiderette. It was such a big deal.
Yeah.
But like I said, there was like no social media. So it's like it's not like today, but you know, I just remember you always loving the Raiderettes and just having so much good stuff to say about them.
Yeah, no, it was beautiful from day one to right now. And anyone I would say who didn't have a great experience, it's like you get out what you put in. If you're bringing negativity, if you have crazy expectations, if you have this like, well, I'm more of a professional dancer than just a Raider fan or wanting to be a Raiderette. The Raiderette lifestyle is a lifestyle. Like, and when you're embraced by the Raider organization and you love it for what it is, every expectation I had was exceeded, right? Like I was able to be in calendars, sign calendars. The Raiders flew me to Hawaii. I was able to do so much. I mean, I made enough money to be able to help, you know, as a young 20-something, I was able to pay my bills just fine. So anyone who's saying, oh, well, they didn't pay you guys, they did. And anybody who says that they didn't, well, maybe if you weren't nice and they weren't setting you up for things. I know I was set up for things all the time. I paid very well. But it was also, like what you put into it. And so nothing but great things to say. And just a complete honor to be embraced by the Raider family.
We have another question. What about the silver necklace with the shield?
Oh yeah. So the Raiderette necklace, I should have brought it out. I'm going to be wearing it the weekend of the reunion. So only Raiderettes can get that. It's something that you earn, and it's one of those things where it's our medallion. So it's like bestowed to you when you become a Raiderette, and it's the one thing other than the uniform and our boots or whatever that you know that's never going to be sold on, you know, the RaiderImage.com. That doesn't go to anyone. This is for the girls. These are the Raiderette medallions, and this is part of our history. And I love that Mary Barnes and Al Locasal, it's like they just how do I say that? It just, they created a legacy. They created a way for us to create a history. And so when we wear those medallions, we wear them with pride because they were earned. Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders rejected Raiderettes.
No, I'm not gonna say no to that.
Right? I'm not going to say no to that. I do know that, like, you know, with each organization comes different criteria. Okay. So with the Dallas Cowboys cheerleaders, America's Sweethearts, there was like a weird talent portion. I'm sorry I say it weird, but I'm like, I'm not going to get up and like play the guitar for you. I'm a dancer, right? Like I'm a dancer and my personality is like number one, which is why with the Raiderettes, when you are trying out to be a Raiderette, before they see you dance, you are actually, you just stand up and you say your name. You say it with poise, right? I'm Nicole Rodrigues. I have brown hair and brown eyes. I'm a Raider fan and I blah, blah, blah. You say something about yourself. The Raiders want women who can project confidence, who can project kindness, who can project personality. So when I tried out, there were hundreds of girls and like 10 open spots, right? Because it's like whoever was coming back, you kind of knew they were coming back. And
they were coming back, yeah.
Rightfully so. You kind of saw that there was maybe around 10 spots open and you're like, you know, hoping for that spot. And before you even get to show them that you can dance, they want to see, can you hold yourself up in public? Do you sound confident? Do you look like you can present yourself and you're not just like, hi, I'm Nicole and I really want to just shake for you? Like, that's not what it is, right?
It's
like,
not a Raiderette.
It's not a Raiderette. You know, we're fabulous. So can you get on stage and prove that you're fabulous? And then we want to see you dance, right? And so I think with some of the other organizations, it's backwards. Well, let's just see you dance. And that's why they were like, oh, well, you know, those girls don't look as good as the Raiderettes. And it's like, because the Raiders knew, they were like, we're looking for looks and personality.
Yeah.
And can you dance? And then when we dance, we get down. There's a lot of hip hop in you know, Raiders, whatever. So it's a different kind of girl that they're looking for.
Because you're representing where you're from, the Bay.
That's right. So it's like, can you know, because I'm a Raider and Oakland Raiders. Like, if you don't feel that in your soul, like,
yeah, and they can tell.
Go to Dallas, right?
You probably should go to Dallas.
Right.
You might make it.
Exactly. You might make it there. So yeah.
Let me see. Some of these comments are funny.
Mm-hmm.
Your best moment, which I'm sure you have a lot. Is there anything that stands out?
Oh God, so many. You know what? The first game was beautiful, right? Like as a little girl, having this dream and being a Raider fan, going to games, and you know, you feel you've been to the stadium. It's kind of like there's a passion that lives in the stadium.
Like an energy, yeah,
exactly. And to be on the receiving end of it, right? Not just the giving, where you're like, yeah, Raiders, and you're like, you know, over the stadium when you're sitting in the.
I could just imagine like the energy you feel like when you're walking onto the field, because you know, you like players are always interviewed, but I could only imagine even as a Raiderette walking onto the field and just, you know, seeing everything. I'm sure,
right?
It's just crazy.
Yeah, and just to be able to receive that energy, to see the love, to feel everyone on your side wanting you to just dance your face off and just cheer on the guys. There's nothing like it. And I couldn't help myself that, you know, from the Star Spangled Banner to when they played the Autumn Wind for the first time, tears were just, I don't know if anyone was catching them, but they were just coming down. I couldn't help it. There was so much love in my heart that I felt from the fans, that I felt from the players, that I felt from the organization, and that I just felt in general, that I'll literally never forget, just standing on the field with all of that pride, knowing that all I wanted to do was just dance my heart out and just do the organization proud.
Do you have a favorite player?
Yeah. So shout out to Timmy Brown, not only because we you know, were with the Raiders at the same time, but Tim Brown, Bo Jackson, Marcus Allen, and shout out to Marcus and our brotherette, Marcus's brother, Michael, who's also like the team unofficial photographer. So Marcus Allen's brother, Michael's like one of our dearest and closest friends of the Raiderettes. So like we're family, right? So growing up in elementary school, Bo, Tim, Marcus were like, to me, when I would watch them on TV, it was just this like massive, I don't know, just energy. And I was so excited. Bo Jackson was a beast, right? His bow nose, everything. So being able to cheer at the same time that Tim was still on the team and Marcus was still, coming around where we could see him, it was such an honor to be able to do that and do PR and be there physically when Tim was announcing his retirement. I cried in Napa that day when I had to help set up for that press conference. My heart was breaking because I'm like, my favorite, you're the last of my favorites. And then of course, players that I became friends with, right?
Yeah.
A lot of respect for Rich Gannon as a quarterback at that time. And a lot of the guys were just like family, right? Like Woodson, I just loved, right? So anyway, yeah.
Have you been to a game in Vegas yet?
No, this is going to be my first. Yeah, I was going to business school, so shout out to all of us ladies still continuing our education. I got my MBA from UCLA. So while all of this was happening and I was building, so for those of you who hear oh, Raiderettes, they're not smart, MBA.
Oh, yeah. I mean,
so, yes.
you're doing so amazing for yourself. I mean, if you even you have your own company.
Yes, I do. So that was one of the reasons why it's okay, am I going to continue to be a cheerleader forever? I knew that had a shelf life. Or am I going to represent football's fabulous females as a fabulous female who goes out in the world and continues to capture more dreams? And so UCLA was always my North Star. So I did get my degree from San Jose State, my bachelor's degree. But I wanted to go to UCLA and get my MBA, which I did. So I was really, really focused on my education when the Raiders first, got to Vegas. So I'm excited that this game is going to be my very first game, period. So it'll be awesome. But I've been to the stadium. So I've been to the stadium even before it was fully built, getting the behind the scenes sneak peeks. Thank you, Tom Blanda, homie, that I would be able to actually go and see.
It's a beautiful stadium.
Together. Yeah.
Do you have a stadium? I think there's a question. A favorite stadium that you visited?
You know what? I've been to Ford Field in Detroit. I like how that field is kind of set up. I like the dome situation. So I'm hoping that with the Raiders, feeling all of that energy, that we'll be able to sort of feel that. So, I have been to that stadium. Candlestick was a mess. Sorry. That was
sorry, not sorry.
Out of that, right? And then their new Levi Stadium.
It's even worse.
No. What happened? Right? Literally what happened. So, I mean, I've been to a lot of stadiums, but I don't know, there's just this different piece of the Coliseum that's in my heart that maybe as broken down as it was, whatever towards the end, it's still home.
Even the days that we had to clean it up real fast and do an A's game. I'm still a diehard A's. That is just when I go see that Coliseum, and I don't care if the bathrooms leak or what's going on.
That's love.
The energy in there, and maybe it is because it's home. It's once you enter that whole parking lot, it's just the way you feel.
Yeah.
It's just you can't describe it.
There you go. It's that way that you feel that you're coming home, and despite any cracks or whatever it is, you're just happy to be there. And that's just
walking over the bridge, getting off BART. There's so many memories over there, so it's it's pretty amazing. I'm going to start crying.
Yeah, right.
Is there any questions that you have for her? Oakland is home. Yes.
It is forever will be home. Even I live in LA right now, but the Bay is it's my roots. It's in the fabric of my soul.
I still have my number. I can't get rid of it.
Right? No, I love it. I think I see, did the fans of other AFC West teams ever disrespect you ladies or give you a hard time? I'll be honest. No, not really. And the reason for that, I think, is just because it's hands down, no matter what team you root for, you know who the Raiderettes are. There's a respect.
Presence. Yeah.
There's a respect there that we get from all teams. And maybe some of them will be like, oh yeah, we go to the Niner game oh yeah, Gold Rush. And I'd be like, do you really think that? Or do you secretly wish we were your cheerleaders too?
Right.
Don't play and don't
lie to yourself.
Yeah, exactly. You could I already know, boo. So it just No, I cannot literally recall a time where the other teams were disrespectful towards us. Like there's like, oh yeah, the Raiderettes are here. So
Yeah, it's just the presence that you guys have.
Yeah.
Let's see if there's any. Did you ever have any problems with like anybody bothering you? Did you ever have to get like, extra security?
Nope. No, I'll let you in on a little secret. If you're a Raiderette and you are walking around anywhere there's a Raider fan or a group of Raider fans, you are protected. I've never felt more safe. Now, were there situations where a couple of us were followed or stalked? Yes. But that's just like weird stuff. Like I had been stalked for a little while and followed, and that was a little bit scary. But that's like fans taking it to a very next level, not normal kind of thing. But for the most part, if you're at the Coliseum, you're at any of the stadiums, and you see everyone in their gear, their faces painted, no matter what, like I was never afraid. They were on my side. They were always like, you girls, if anybody gives you a problem, I got you. We got this. 100%. So no,
That's
not
where it
at
goes
all.
back to the family. I think it's like how you feel too when we're tailgating. So like you could walk through the tailgate and maybe not know somebody, but if you got Raider gear on, it's like, you hungry? You want something to drink? Here, like you get fed, you get drank. Like it's just, and I've had friends from other teams that come with me to like Raider games, and they're like, you guys hands down are the best tailgates. Like I hate to admit it, but you guys treat each other like family, and it's like it just shows when you're at the tailgates like how much we are good to each other.
Yeah,
So
absolutely. It's like, hey, you want a beer, man? Oh wait, oh hey, we got some extra barbecue, and you got the music going, and you know, people just getting into like getting excited for the game, right? Getting excited to walking through the parking lot right before the game would start, and everybody was just.
Was that not the, how about for you girls? Is that not the most exciting time when the game is about to start? Everybody's chanting Raiders, everybody's a little buzz. Like it's just the energy that you feel walking up and through, like, you know, the gates.
Right.
There's no other feeling like it, and I kind of feel sad for the people the fans that never got to experience it, because you had to be there to know the way it echoed in the entranceway off of the cement slabs and back and forth. I mean, there's really nothing like it.
Totally.
There was a lot of
Well, you are
that,
so amazing.
sorry.
We'd love to have you on as long as you stay, but I know you're way over time here, and we appreciate you. Everyone, it seems like they're enjoying it in their comments.
Yes, thank you.
No, thank you.
Can I tell you a quick story? Because with the security thing, it reminded me of this.
Thank you so much, Nicole.
One year I went dressed as a Raiderette to it was a game on Halloween.
Okay.
And it was a real Raiderette outfit. Like I was the Raiderette was nice enough to let me borrow it.
Don't tell anyone.
I know, right? and so I wore it, and I'm walking around the Coliseum, and I forget it was ushers or security guards like, came up to me, and they were like, they're already down there on the field. Like, you need to get down there. And they start to escort me to the field.
And I'm with her, right? We're trying to get her down there.
That is
like,
amazing.
She can go, but you can't go.
Game crashers. Oh, that's so good.
So of course
That's a
I didn't
funny
get down on
story.
the field because I would look like, I don't have dancing talent or anything, and I wouldn't disrespect you ladies like that, but I just thought that was kind of funny. I'm like, no, I'm not supposed to be down there.
I just want to dress up.
They were looking out for us, or for us. Well, they thought I was going to do that.
Right? You're like, to be Raiderette for a day, I felt it.
Yeah,
she did.
Totally.
She actually did for like a quick couple minutes. She felt it.
That's awesome.
Right.
Awesome.
And I want to say my experience with the Raiderettes, watching beautiful ladies out there dancing. You had me dancing in my, up in the stands, and guess what? I didn't know the moves, but I thought I did.
And that was enough. There you go. That was enough. You were dancing with us in spirit.
I forgot what happened later.
What happened?
So I didn't have the real boots though. So I had like these Halloween spirit boots.
Okay.
The heel broke off of one of them.
Oh, no.
So then I'm like scooching around like a busted
You're like,
Raiderette.
That's not a Raiderette.
I know. So I left. I hobbled myself back to the motorhome with the quickness.
Right. That was
So good. Oh my God, I love it. All
my
good.
God.
All
Thank
good.
you so much, Nicole.
That's
Everybody
funny.
enjoyed this interview. Like, you're so amazing. I
Yes.
so appreciate you coming on. Like,
My
thank you so
pleasure.
much. Yeah.
Yeah, thank you guys for having me. Anytime.
Thank
And
you.
Thank
You're
you,
welcome
Nicole.
back anytime.
Love your
On that
energy.
offer.
Yes, thank
Wow.
you.
Love and
Got
respect.
Thank you.
Bye.
Hope to meet you.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh my gosh, she's
Bye.
fabulous.
She's
Oh, I
amazing.
love
Yes.
her.
That was so much fun. Thanks, B, for that fun interview. Thank you
I
for
just-
everyone
yeah.
in the
You
chat
did
for,
awesome.
for all of your
Thank you.
questions and everything.
Aw.
You know, we do have an end of a show. You know, she went over, but
I'm
the
not
stories were so
frozen.
great. You know, we just were like,
Frozen,
keep
dude.
going, girl. Keep going.
I think
Well,
she's
what
also
happened-
gave us a lot of insight.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Brought up
sure.
some
She worked
security.
for them,
Why was
too.
worked
Yeah.
for? Brought up the pay, her travel. So it's good to hear. Loved it.
I just
Yeah, 'cause
remember
I
she
thought
always
only
had
the
so many
cowgirl-
good stories. Yeah. You know, and like we
thought
were
only
talking
the
about like
cow-
social media wasn't there. There was,
Cowgirls.
that was so funny. The rejected.
I know, that was funny. That was funny. Oh my gosh. Well, that was great. That was great. And we hope to have more Raiderettes on the show because, I mean, we are here to highlight the football fabulous females on and off the field, football's finest females, as she
Okay.
said.
I'm in.
So we're going to get to our next segment here, which we like to call what, Mother Moon? The black tea.
The black tea. Oh, here's my cup. I'm looking for my cup.
You got your cup?
I got
Okay.
my cup.
So I hope
Did you guys get a refill? You guys got a lot of refills.
We did. We did. This is the brother's car speaking about their beloved brother, their beloved baby brother. And I hope
saw
you can
that,
hear this. And if you didn't hear it on Instagram, here it is.
Okay, let me get my
Oh,
teacup.
it's think even that you don't win. Well, give me a break, man. Like the dude went to the Raiders, okay? Like they weren't anything before he got there, really. You know what I mean? Like I'm not trying to rustle anybody. They know.
Like, yeah, go ahead and go back to the time before Derek. and
Yeah,
enjoy
go
that.
ahead. Since we're talking about it though, like the man has been a stable man, especially last year. Yeah, all that stuff they had to go. I'm not saying him, but he's the guy that you want to put up there. So we'll say him, right? He's the one getting in front of the microphones. He's the one trying to call everybody. He's the one trying to get everybody together. Him, Max, and those other guys, right? But dude, I mean, I'll tell you this: that man wins a Super Bowl, he's a Hall of Famer. I love it. Period.
I think I agree. 100%.
Derek don't win.
Dirk don't win.
Dirk don't win.
What do we make? This is our black tea segment. Those are the brothers' cars sticking up for their baby brother. You know, Lady T, I see you got a lot of expression going on here. You look like you got something to say, girl. Tell me.
Oh, you know, I like me some David Carr too. I'm just saying.
Oh, I knew something was
I
going to
agree.
come like that.
I agree with that. I agree with that comment.
they got
though.
you
I
all
agree.
giggly,
If we
girl.
win-
Right? Like their little smile, like
Yeah,
before she
oh,
even started
yeah, I gotta
talking.
calm down. I'm turning a little red here.
You turn a little red. Somebody getting a little blushed.
She's all, whatever he says, I agree with.
Yeah.
Yes.
I mean, look, they're the brothers. Of course, they're going to say that. I'm all for it. You know, support your brother, but he's still got a lot to prove. And he's a quarterback. Of course, I'm going to support him. You know, I want him to do good, but he still has to prove himself, in my opinion.
Well, I think Raider she's loving that too. Look at that smile. What do you think about the brothers? She's a little delay. We'll give her a second.
Yeah, I will say this. I do agree. I mean, they made a good statement about, you know, what were the Raiders before Carr, right? I mean, listen, the Raiders have been, this should be a
that
trivia
part.
game, and I would definitely fail this, but the Raiders have been through so many quarterbacks. Like, I was actually looking at the list recently, and I honestly don't even remember half of the names. I mean, they were just overturning, and nobody stuck for more than a couple seasons. I mean, really haven't had anybody notable since Rich Gannon, and that's 2 decades ago. So I think they do have a point in that aspect. You know, I think as Raider fans, we're just tired of losing, and we want to point the finger and we want to blame. But the fact is like, you know, they are continuing to get better, and under Carr's, I think under his leadership, and like the brothers touched on, you know, there was he led the team to a playoff game with everything that happened, all the controversy. I mean, you lose your wide receiver, you lose your head coach. You know, there were just all these different obstacles, and he still managed to lead that team. So, you know, we'll see what happens.
Well, and they also said Carr plays safe because David got ran over and over again. So it's like that's why Carr goes in there, realizing that his brother, who's really close to him, that's how he went out. He's trying to play safe. He's trying to make his season last.
I do have something to say about that. Okay, enough of that. Like 2016, like that, we thought that was the year, and then it just kind of. Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. And then I feel like he went backwards, and it's just like, to me, it's like enough of playing it safe. Like he's too scared in the pocket. He doesn't take his time. He leaves way too many people open. And I feel like sometimes he just goes backwards, and you got to get better. And enough with playing it safe, enough with being scared. Like he needs to take control and be a leader. And I still have yet to see that.
Well, that's for sure. He definitely, and I think that circles back to the O-line. I mean, look, whether it is what it is. This is what I'm saying. He always plays scared. If the first option,
he doesn't trust his O-line. Yeah,
he'll throw it.
I don't blame him. Do we blame him? Do we blame him that he didn't trust his O-line? I mean, he didn't have the weapons in play this year. If he doesn't perform with the weapons in their positions, then at the end of the year, then everybody, all the Carr bashers, go ahead. You can say what you have to say, but let him prove himself this year with the weapons that he has in play now. I think we have a young team. We have an exciting team. We have a team that's focused. They're all on the same page right now. I mean, and there's relationships, there's bonds that have already been there before they even stepped on the field. So I say we give him a chance this year, and then after this year, if he doesn't do his work, it's time to go.
I'm not sure what this comment meant. Did I miss something in the comments? If you're not getting better, you're only getting worse. I think
because I said he was going backwards after 2016. He's not getting better. He's getting worse.
I think he's getting better.
I don't think I would agree with that. I don't think he's getting worse.
I mean, not right now, but after 2016 and with the injury, I feel like
oh yeah, he was scared. He was absolutely
a different player. Yeah, he was definitely a different player. He was.
Yeah.
I mean, we were all there. We all saw the energy change after that game.
Well, he's still like that. I mean, it's still like that, right? Like I said, if the first play isn't there, he doesn't scramble, he doesn't move, he throws it away. Like he throws it away too often and too soon. Definitely.
Much.
But again, like I think Travis said in here, it's a team effort, and I would agree with that. I mean, the coaching's been bad. I mean, there's been just like so many things, and I think their point was it's like he's the guy that everyone's going to point the finger at, right? I mean, there's been so many issues, the O-line, the coaching, lack of weapons, yeah, be tougher. I definitely think he could be tougher. That I can't agree with.
I miss that from
I think at this point now, I mean, we can
Raiders.
debate whether we like Carr until the end of time, and I think everyone's going to have opinion on it. But it's like, for me, like, do I like everything he does? No, of course not. I certainly don't like everything he says.
But you're still going to root for him. You want him to do good.
By rooting for him, I guess then we got to get to the point of like,
course you are.
of like, not like, maybe we can critique his play, right? But I mean, we just have to realize that this is our guy. It's just it. We can sit here and argue all night or debate or discuss or however you want to put it. I mean, it is what it is. He's the guy. And
I think we're all on board with that. He's a guy, but it's how he's performing.
That I think it's kind of like 50-50 out there in the wild. I think there's heavy supporters.
There's a lot of Carr haters.
A lot of haters.
There is a lot of haters.
Unfortunately, there's a lot of Raider fans that don't want to see him do good just to prove their point, and that's not. You got to be honest.
Then they're not a Raider fan because you want your quarterback to do well for your team. I mean, right? I mean, you don't want.
I agree with that comment, but he didn't put in enough work to get everybody to have the faith in him this season that he needs. Like he I don't know. We need to support our QB. We need to stop hating on him. Like, it's easy to be a sideline coach, but how we actually put it, like, to put in the actual work, to be a quarterback, that's a hard position. You have to be aware of all your surroundings. You have to find out where the open, where your open guy is. Like, I mean, it's not easy being a QB. Let's be honest. That's one of the hardest positions on the field.
Yeah. I mean, look, there's a lot of great quarterbacks that never won a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
Yeah. So,
all right, ladies.
There it is.
Very true.
Oh, do we have any more questions? Any
I'm
more
looking.
comments? I know we ran long today, but we appreciate you. Make sure to tune in all week long. We have the late night show, After Hours Raw tomorrow with the fellas, Ladies Night Raw on Wednesday with the ladies, and then our regular For Life or Raider Story show on Thursday. And then I think we have a special one on Sunday. I believe it's Sunday. I have to check.
Check it out.
Oh, just got all lined up.
Got it all lined up. That's right. That's
So
right.
what does a ladies' night raw mean? Y'all gonna have to tune in and find out. Oh, I answered my own
we
question.
Don't even know. We don't even know. What's gonna happen.
We don't. That's the fun part. You don't even.
Yeah,
know.
that's the fun part. We don't even know.
Yeah, we'll take some questions that night. It's gonna get a little raw, a little dirty. Who knows?
All right. Remember, everyone out there. Remember, it's not just a franchise; it's a family. You never know what one is going through, so be kind to one another and occasionally check in on your Raider Nation familia. Thank you all for watching. Mother Moon, you want to take us out?
Let's do this, ladies. Hold on a second. We go out one way and only one way.
And it began in an autumn day, right here in the OAK, California dreaming in the Golden State, Alameda County right here by the bay.
Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. Yes, I represent that nation. Our story. That's right. Representing super in the block, and Mr. Manuel Flacho is here.
Without showing any pity, from Oakland to Los Angeles to Vegas to Mexico City.
Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation. Yes, I represent that. Yes, I represent that nation.
Raider Nation, Raider Nation, for life. And I'm a spicy girl and the mother moon. And it began on an autumn day, right here in the OAK, Alameda County, right here by the bay, California dreaming in the Golden State. And you can find me in that east side, representing that east side. No matter what, we rep that shit.
Thanks for watching, everyone. Remember, if you became a member today or you already became one, send us your address so we can send you the For Life Our Raiderettes Roundtable patch. Much love and respect, Raider Nation. Catch us all week.
Thank you.